Colin, can you check FedEx 87 Alpha's flight plan? It looks like he's on the hot rod.
Yeah, he is. He actually didn't even call me up. Did he call you up for clearance or?
He didn't call me. Did he call you, Matt?
No, he didn't even call me up for clearance because I would actually have a fully amended flight plan that's copied down to give to him. He just hasn't called me.
Look around.
Local.
One across runway 27 on Yankee.
Is that FedEx 87 Alpha?
Yeah.
Can you send him back to clearance? He needs a new route.
Okay.
Matt, was that your aircraft?
What's wrong with this route?
He's on the hot rod.
Yeah, the hot rod's like a time sensitive SID. It's really weird.
Oh, no, that's not what it has. Hold on 1 second. That's a me error.
Clearance delivery FedEx 87 Alpha Heavy, we're told to contact you.
FedEx 87 Alpha Heavy, I'm gonna have a reroute for you here. I'm gonna see if I can get you a PDC here shortly.
Okay, no problem.
FedEx 87 Alpha, just out of curiosity, did you call ground for clearance when he was on?
Yeah, his clearance.
Yeah, we did. He sent me a PDC.
I sent him the PDC, so he actually has the right clearance.
Gotcha, okay, just stand by for a second for me.
Are you sure? Because his flight plan in CRC is not showing correct.
Yeah, no, so he filed the hot rod.
Oh, you know what? He's actually right. He did have the he did get the PDC sent out correctly.
I forgot to change it in CRC, but I changed it in the PDC. So yeah, that's on me.
All good.
Okay, I'm gonna confirm it with him, and then I'll send him back over to you. Okay. And FedEx 87 Alpha Heavy, can you just confirm for me you were cleared for the Summit 5 departure, Foxham transition? Is that what you were given?
Right?
Yeah, that's correct for 87 Alpha Heavy.
FedEx 87 Alpha when he goes back to you.
Okay, FedEx 87 Alpha, you can now contact ground 121.9, or our apologies, there's a problem with our client.
I can send FedEx 87.
No problem, over to ground 87 Alpha Heavy.
Thank you.
And also, how do you say the NWA call sign?
Northwest.
Say it again.
Northwest.
Northwest,
thanks. Well, we're on the same page today, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you can take the Carson 7. Child 5's good. West Child 5's good. He's got the correct departure. It's weird having to check for stars. I'm not used to that. It's crazy.
Memphis delivery, good evening, Southwest 2150, information uniform. I have our clients to Dallas, please.
Southwest 2150, Memphis delivery, clearance request, standby, number 1. I want to start VATSIM ATC. How do I? Give me a second, Stuart. Let me get this guy all off Let's see. He's going to Dallas. Altitude filed is correct. Chowder 5 Answell transition is correct. Little Rock VOR, then Dirk and the Hibble 3. That's a casual
This is where
route.
you get to pass on the deal of assigning the first.
And now we can go ahead and mute our TeamSpeak because we're about to give this guy his clearance. Southwest 2150, got your clearance for advice, ready to copy.
Ready to copy 2150.
Southwest 2150, you are cleared to the Dallas Love International Airport via the Chowder 5 departure and SWAT transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 30010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 5664.
Dallas Love International via the Chandler 5 departure, cancel transition as filed, climb 5,000, expect level 300, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is 124.15, squawk 5664. Southwest 2150.
Southwest 2150, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for push on to Juliet. And my name is also Colin, so props to you.
Ground for 9 for taxi and Steve Colin.
I want to start VATSIM ATC. How do I? Okay, simple enough. So the biggest way that I would recommend if you're going to go VATSIM ATC is to do your own research and make sure that you've studied up. I think that's a pretty big deal. Make sure you study the material, know what you're doing. So the first thing I'd look up if I were you is how to become VATSIM air traffic control. Look that up on Google. It's going to send you to a VATSIM website. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. And I'll pretty much guide you through it here. Because I get this question all the time, and, you know, I think I'm in a pretty good position as of how I've kind of built this channel to show you guys exactly how I did it. So I looked up how to become VATSIM controller. Then I found becoming a controller. Then I found the VATSIM region, joined the United States division, went to VAT USA, went to the Academy page, and you have to complete all of these assignments. Once those assignments are completed, you will be able to move on to the next station of your training and do all that stuff. David Laundry said, keep him busy with the Houston event. Yeah, man. I'm just kind of staff and delivery for Memphis. I'm not really like super busy over here actually. But if I was at ground, they have like 10 arrivals coming in from Houston. I think they have a pretty good amount coming in there. So, you know, he might be a little bit busier than I will be, but I'm just trying to keep busy with the FedEx traffic, man. The 777 came out the other day, and yeah, it's a whole thing. There's so many people that fly it and all that. I don't know the rules of ZME, but there are RTECs that don't allow you to record audio on TeamSpeak or Discord. Just a heads up. Yeah, so I'm in contact with my air traffic manager at ZME. He's well aware that I stream. He knows what I'm doing. So he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind. I'm gonna real quick reference something. I can get it pulled up here, but yeah, it's fine. I'm currently doing air traffic control courses in Trinidad. We started simulation training in January, but I wanted to do VATSIM to accelerate my learning while gaming. Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. VATSIM is a really great tool, I'd say, for pilots and for air traffic controllers. I think the biggest thing with VATSIM that you have to remember is, even though it is realistic, it's just a game, you know? People are going to mess up, just like they will in real life, and you got to talk them through those mistakes. And, you know, one of the biggest things today, we were flying, and I had a mistake. I assigned some buttons wrong, and that controller did a really good job of talking me down. And when you're kind of in the radar and you are the one that has to do that, it's definitely a different experience. But you know, you have to remember the pilot's freaking out just like you would in real life. You know what I mean, he's got those same emotions. It's a little bit on a smaller scale because his life doesn't depend on it, but it does have those same emotions. So you just got to be empathetic and let him do his thing and make sure that you're in the right place. Okay, files, documents. All right, y'all stand by just a second.
you have to like be like on clearance, like before you start, do you consent to your voice being streamed? But no, you're probably fine. So I think just be a normal human being. Don't do anything stupid, and you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, I've streamed before. I just wanted to reference it because somebody was telling me like, hey, just I don't know about your specific airport, but ours doesn't allow us to record the TeamSpeak. I just want to make sure because I'm 90% certain that Memphis does allow us to, but
Even if they didn't, they would just say don't do it again.
Yeah, Dylan's chill. It'll be fun.
And they probably do that because people get made fun of on TeamSpeak probably.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I have the streaming role in here, so I'd imagine you wouldn't have the streaming role unless you knew somebody was gonna record your audio. That's literally why we have it, I think.
That would make sense.
The only difference is that we're procedural, not for surveillance. Gotcha.
For the entire RTEC, whatever that's called. So, but who knows?
Yeah, I think I'm fine. That's not the end of the world. I found it earlier. Like I remember using it before because Stephen Walsh was trying to tell me something that was just wrong.
That's not cool.
Nordo pages. No way.
Like, what did he tell you?
He was, I don't remember what it was. It was something with one of my videos, and that was like the second video that I ever recorded, and I almost had a panic attack.
Whiskey, stand 4-3, information uniform, requesting clearance to Houston.
Well, there might be truth to it, but it's probably pretty laxed. So if you're doing something wrong, you'll probably, at most, just get like a, hey, please don't do this.
Delta 1-3 Whiskey, clearance request, standby. You're number one.
On
Roger that, Delta 1-3 Whiskey.
Supervisors and people. Most people are cool. So
Hey, the Skinnerd is okay, right? That's the arrival I'm supposed to get him on, or
Correct. They're supposed to get the Skinner.
okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I just saw you sent it to the chat. I'll reference that from now.
yeah, apparently that's what they're going to be between. So if it's the ones on the left, then they go to the ones on the right. That's what they translate to, I guess. Okay, if you want to give FedEx 68 heavy, you can give them Sierra Lima, Juliet, and then just monitor ground .9er. If you want.
Dang, I almost actually called up and gave him his clearance too, but he filed for the Binky 6, so now I gotta find a way around that.
Binky 6?
That's one of the late night ones.
Or ones?
Isn't the time period for it like 2 to 6?
2 to 6.
Like like who's awake at 2 to 6 to serve
all
those?
the cargo stuff is happening. Basically, what it is they come in on different, or they go out on the 45s. I think it might be either for sound or just for high volume because there's no arrivals, so they can just stick them out that direction.
Gotcha. Okay.
But during normal hours, it conflicts with the arrival quarters.
Yeah, I've seen the hot rod conflicts like heavily, like it comes all the way back.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Notice that the FedEx actually goes to the north ramp. Whoops. Is it sound reduction, basically?
Might be, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Or maybe it's just efficiency based off runway 27, I don't know. The replacement for, what was it, the Binky?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the Childer 5 and SWAT. Should I give him the full reroute or should I give him just Childer 5 and SWAT and then the?
No, give him the full reroute so that everybody kind of.
That's probably what I'll do.
As the same thing.
When
Yeah.
we just the sit. So,
Tisk, tisk, tisk. An altitude file is incorrect as well.
Yeah, it is.
Delta 13 Whiskey, altitude file for direction of flight is incorrect. Can you accept flight level 260?
Anytime we can take 260 Delta 13 Whiskey.
cross runway 27.
And Delta 13 Whiskey as well. I'm gonna have to get a reroute for you, so I'm gonna send you a PDC, okay?
Roger that, Delta 13 Whiskey.
And are you guys using strips?
I am.
Okay, that's useful. I will use strips from now on.
Okay, sorry, I've been stealing all your strips. I'm living in the ground bay, so
Yeah, I'll probably open strips up then too.
Delta 13 Whiskey, I just sent you a PDC. Did you get it?
Affirm, we got it, Delta 13 Whiskey.
Alright, Delta 13 Whiskey. Push your discretion. Contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for taxi. Make sure to pick up the ATC. Have a good flight. See ya.
121.9 when ready for taxi, clear to push. Delta 13 Whiskey, thank you.
hey Colin, do you know how to do scratchpad on Aztecs?
Negative. I actually don't. Do you?
Yes, so this was something I was teaching Matt earlier, but now that we have a clearance controller, if you're up for it, if you put the first RNAV fix into every outbounds scratchpad, that's super helpful for me and also for ground so we can sequence them to the proper runway. So two ways to do it. Probably the easier one is if you just right click on any aircraft once they have a tag, you can use the down arrow, scroll down to either SP1 or SP2 and type in the RNAV departure, their first RNAV fix.
And the Aztecs.
Yeah, in the Aztecs. And you can put in up to 7 characters. So like, for instance, if I were to, for FedEx 68, if I were to put in, he's going to North Cargo.
Gotcha. Okay, so you
Memphis
want me to type
delivery,
in the
this
fix?
is UPS 220. With information uniform on board, we are requesting
Fix it,
IFR
then
to
we-
Indiana.
And how do I get out? How do I get out of it?
Never mind. What?
How do I get out of it? Do I just go all the way down
Hit
to the bottom?
enter. Hit enter when it's
Okay, perfect. Thank
Either
you.
down arrow and then enter, or enter.
the 4 guys on the ground. None of them probably will be able to do it because it's duplicate beacons, and then none of them. And
And, aircraft calling. Please say call sign again.
FedEx 220.
Then you should be able to.
FedEx 220. I thought he called up as. Okay, FedEx 220. Clearance on request. Standby. Number 1.
Standing by.
People do realize you don't have to read back stamp. Right?
Some people just choose to.
Well, that's like the whole thing. At this level, like at delivery, I really don't care. But like whenever you're a sinner, you know, you're telling a person to stand by because you have to get something done. I'll just stop telling them to stand by, then they won't read it.
Like I'll get like standby from ground sometimes. No, say no standby. So they acknowledge that we have 2A, even though they would know that because they could hear me, you know. So you can do it. It's not like it's like radar contact.
That's true. Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, like for radar contact, you don't have to say it. Maybe you would read back radar contact lost, or that they don't have radar contact on you, because that actually that kind of changes the rules. There's different reporting requirements. But
Okay. FedEx 220, got your clearance for you, advised, ready to copy?
Ready to copy. FedEx.
FedEx 220, you're cleared to the Indianapolis International Airport via the Carson 7 departure, Hums transition, then as filed, maintain 5,000, expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies on 124.15 and squawk 7625.
Responded hello. I didn't say anything else.
That's fine. It's actually one of those other things, reporting like a final approach. Some people are interested. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm on a 10-mile final." There's like, but you can be vague too. You can just be like, "Final
Departure on
whatever."
the Crimson 7 departure, and then transition on the Hums. Then afterwards, it's a fly as filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect 3,000 or 30,000. 10 minutes after departure. Squawk 7625. FedEx 220.
Monitor. I know none of them will listen, but we can try give that a shot for a little bit.
FedEx 220, just confirm it's going to be flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure, and then departure frequency is 124.15.
Departure frequency is going to be 124.150. Then it's 350, 10 minutes after departure. FedEx 220.
FedEx 220, the readback is correct. For push on to Victor, you need to call ground on 121.9er. With the ATIS, have a nice flight. We'll see you.
Could you repeat what was that last bit for the push?
For push onto Victor, you need to contact ground on 121.9er. Have a good flight. See ya.
Where I find the keybinds.
Got it. For push, call ground on 121.9er to get the push back. Got it.
Are there keybinds for V-strips?
Are there not?
I've never used keybinds.
Oh, do I just drag it to local?
Just drag. Just literally drag it.
That works. Memphis ground is like dead though. There's just nothing going on.
Hey Matt, how do you do your strips? Just so I can kind of see your configuration.
Alright, so what I do is runway assignment in box 2.
Mm-hmm.
When you issue the clearance, it would be a C in box 1, or if they need a voice clearance, put a V. And then the box on the right, so box number 3, that's where the ATIS information goes when they confirm they have the ATIS.
And Memphis clearance delivery, very good evening. FedEx 930 Heavy, information uniform, 540 Anchorage, ready to copy.
Box, just as a reminder. But realistically, if you're doing the RNAV fix in their scratch pad in Aztecs, then
FedEx 930 clearance and request standby. You're number 1.
So if you see in the ground tab, that's where I've done it. So like Delta 13 Whiskey, he's already been cleared, so he would get a C in box 1. He's going to 18 right, and then when he calls up with information uniform, you just type in uniform there, then you can send him to ground.
Gotcha, okay.
I came from Boston Center where they're super adamant on strips usage, so it's a bit ridiculous.
Gotcha, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of styles that different RTACs do it, and we don't really have a style here, so I'm just getting used to everybody's.
All good. You can kind of do whatever you want to, and I'll figure it out.
The only thing I'm really going to do is probably give them V, and for the most part, if they're on one side of the airport that's conflicting with the runway, I just let you decide which runway you're going to send them to, because we're not incredibly busy.
What was the question?
Okay, so his instruction was short of mic contact ground 0.9, so he didn't really listen, but he's over to you now. And sorry, Colin, I was listening to this guy messing up everything. What'd you say?
For the most part, I just let you guys decide everything except for the voice and all that stuff. I just type in V for my strip for now, but I have a style that Dylan Lupo gave me. That's the one that I've been using for a while whenever I'm controlling ground.
What does he do?
I'll send you a picture of it here in a second. I'm going to get this guy's clearance. Okay, gotta go to documents. Pretty sure he can take the Jetty 5. He can. He's heading to Anchorage, which is 360. That's correct. He's got a squawk right. Actually got everything good. So we're gonna go ahead and give him this clearance. FedEx 930, got your clearance for you. Advise ready to copy.
And ready to copy, 930 Heavy.
Take on.
Stand by.
Hey, if you just make it easier. If you want to give, like, if you want to figure out what runway they want to use for departure. So, because I've been asking them, like, if they want 18 center or.
I know FedEx 930. Please stand by for me here.
Guys, because they can do either right now. So
Roger, standing by, 930.
Clearance. That would be helpful, and if you put it into the ASDEX, so I could see like where they're going.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that based off a direction of flight. So.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, perfect.
And 27 can go any direction. So, like 27's used for FedEx guys, and a lot of guys are going westbound right now, so that would be really helpful if they have the numbers for it. But sometimes FedEx just doesn't have the numbers to depart 27. So.
All right, no worries.
Thanks. And local ground.
Local.
1 FedEx 1299 heavy to cross runway 27 on November, left or right.
Cross 27 on November with 1 approved KK.
Sound muted.
Now FedEx 930, got your clearance for you. Advise ready to copy. Apologies for the wait.
And ready to copy, no worries for FedEx 930 Heavy.
FedEx 930 Heavy, you are cleared to the Anchorage International Airport via the Jetty 5 departure, O-date transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 1561.
And FedEx 930 Heavy is cleared to the Anchorage Airport via the Jetty 5 departure O-date transition, then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect 36010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.150. Squawk 1561 for FedEx 930 Heavy.
FedEx 930 Heavy, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9, and when you are ready for taxi, you got a preferred runway?
We're looking for 18 center tonight if possible, FedEx 930.
Alright, FedEx 930, just stand by a second for me. I'll try and get you 18 center.
Roger, appreciate it, 930.
This delivery, good evening, American 2595, information uniform, stop our clearance to Dallas.
380 is correct. Charlie 5, Answell transitions correct. American 2595, you are cleared to the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport via the Charlie 5 departure, Answell transition, then asphalt. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 1502.
Alright, American 2595, we're cleared to Dallas via the Childer 5 departure and swallow transition, then as followed. Climb and maintain 5,380 after 10. Departure is 24:15 and squawk 1502.
American 2595, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9, when you're ready for taxi, push your discretion. Have a good flight, see ya.
Alright, ground point 9, ready for taxi, push your discretion, and I love the channel, American 2595.
I'm so used to seeing the
Appreciate it, mate.
heavy things on the ASDEX.
Nice delivery, very good evening, FedEx 746.
Like an A320 Neo.
FedEx 746, Memphis delivery, go ahead.
Good evening, sir. FedEx 746, with your form requesting instruments to Orlando, please.
FedEx 746, clearance on request, stand by number 1. And local delivery.
Local.
FedEx 930, they're departing over to the east. Is it okay if I give them runway 36 center? They got an awfully long flight, and I think that's a better runway for them. That's what they requested.
36 center or 1?
Oh, sorry, 18 center. My apologies.
And he's going east?
He's going to the west, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine.
All right, appreciate it. And FedEx 930, still on my frequency?
We're still on the freak, 930.
FedEx 930, yeah, you can expect runway 18 center for departure, and contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for taxi. Have a nice flight, see ya.
Roger, expecting 18 center, and much appreciated for FedEx 930. Have a good night.
You as well.
Crossing on November, left to right complete.
Okay.
FedEx 746, got your clearance for you, advice ready to copy?
To copy 7, FedEx 746.
FedEx 746, you're cleared to the Orlando International Airport via the Pipey 6 departure, a Buffy transition, then asphalt. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies on 124.15 on squawk 0740. Hey, Street Trent, how have you been doing? I've been doing great, man. I'm having a fantastic day, actually.
And cleared Memphis, correction, cleared Orlando via the Pipe 6 with the Buffy transition, 5,000, 35010 minutes after, 124.15 and squawk 0740, FedEx 746.
FedEx 746, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9 and we're ready for push on to Victor, and have a nice flight, sir. We'll see ya.
Okay, we'll contact ground when we're ready for push. FedEx 746, enjoy your evening, cheers.
You as well. It has been a heck of a day, guys. I woke up today. I mean, it was like a scene out of a war movie. I was burning up, burning hot. And I was sitting in my bed, and I wake up and I rip the covers off. Dude, I'm drenched in sweat. I run to the bathroom. Just freaking choking. About to throw up. I'm sitting there, like, you know, in that position when you're like down by the toilet and you're like this. You got your arms and you're like, you're literally about to die. That was me. And then the more I continued with the day, the better I got. I don't know if it was food poisoning or what sort of shenanigans took place, but yeah, it's certainly a
whiskeys strip.
certainly an experience.
Say again?
Do you have Delta 13 whiskey strip?
He's on my free.
Oh, he just called me.
Do I have his what?
His strip.
Oh, no. I'll send it up.
You got a voice.
Forgot we were using those somehow.
All good.
There you go.
Thank you.
Crossing Bravo, runway 27 complete.
Okay.
I can't remember who asked for the strip thing, but that's the one I've been following, but I'm going to use yours for today because I kind of want to experiment with it and I like it better.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so I told American 801 to cross on Papa. That's not Papa, but he's going to you.
Okay.
You know what? He's one taxiway off. That's pretty good for most VATSIM pilots. He's heading to Orlando. He can expect runway 18 left. Wait, are we departing runway 18 left? Oh lord, I can't even remember.
01 blames it on bad scenery.
Nice.
Fishing strips.
You have 220 strip. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm surprised your RTAC lets you record your training sessions. Yeah, man, my ATM is super cool. I love him to death. Shout out Dylan Lundberg. Shout out Dylan Lundberg.
Old scenery.
Dylan is the
he's
reason that
taxing,
I'm able to do this.
De-icing, or like north of it.
Yeah, Dylan's the reason I've been able to do any of this stuff and record my sessions and all that. It's great. So real. Yeah, it was just a bad morning, man. It was a real bad morning. Holy American 801 is in the grass. Look at that. Wow. Well, hey y'all. Rudy Audit says, hey y'all. How's it going, Rudy?
Sound resumed.
What makes you think maybe American 801 actually did exit on Papa for his scenery?
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Leave your sweater on the doorstep.
Good. We've had some good traffic, honestly.
Yeah, I like it. It's only about to get busier with all the arrivals.
Yeah. But arrivals is pretty easy for me because I literally just say taxi 2 taxiways to parking.
You know who arrivals are really easy for?
37 arrivals.
Serious, in route currently?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You know whose arrivals are really easy? Mine, because I don't have to interact with them at all.
Do anything. It's not easy.
It's a great feeling.
I'm just being sure nobody hits each other, but the American 801's about to taxi into the middle of the terminal.
He's just looking to take out that north wing for a while. It's gonna be under construction.
Memphis terminals are closed indefinitely for.
Controlling the event, yeah, man. I'm over at Memphis. We're staffing for we're staffing to what's it called, to support the event. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be really freaking crazy. This is a big group flight of people, so Lord knows they're gonna be troublemakers. I'm gonna send you here. So leave your sweater on the doorstep.
So Colin, 2 things. One, you got a promotion from FedEx 930 Heavy.
Say again.
What's your call sign?
Did you just ask your ATM by opening a ticket or by asking directly? Well, that's the thing. Whenever I made the video, he had seen the video, and then he had contacted me because he knew that I wanted to come to the ZME airspace, and he just set up a meeting with me, and he said, yeah, I'd love to talk to you about this process. And then we talked about what I was going to be doing, what I was not going to be doing, and
So
it was
Colin,
great.
can you give the FedEx 930 runway 18 right or 18 center? Because they have 18 center. But the strip says 18 right.
I gave FedEx 930 runway 18 center. Why does the strip say 18 right?
I don't know.
Actually, wait, no, I think I did. Yeah, no, I gave them 18 center. I did because I requested that with tower. I guess it was on your thing, and I forgot to change it. Maybe.
That's okay. I was just curious.
Ground local.
Get 70. Yeah, he just contacted me, man. He was really cool about it. He said, "This is what we're gonna do," and I was like, "Awesome."
User joined your channel.
Hi, Chin.
That's good, Jen.
Hello. Be prepared. We got army coming in. Just in 30
That's gonna be
minutes.
fun.
We're going ATC 0.
That'll be chaos.
Ground local.
Okay.
Runway 279 is your control.
Okay.
Memphis delivery, FedEx 5130 with information back there requesting IFR to Newark.
FX 5130. Got no clearance for you on file. Do you mind refiling for me?
User left your channel.
Always want to do the same thing, but was too afraid to ask the ATM at your airspace. Yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely been an interesting process. I've always really had a good time with it, and yeah, it was just it was a lot of fun. So I'm very happy with kind of how this worked out, and I got really lucky with my air traffic manager. He's a great guy, and he's definitely been willing to help me this whole time. So it was just a really cool experience, and I'm really glad I got to be a part of it. And we're still going through it, man. I'm gonna hopefully get my C1 here and visit an airspace. I'm thinking of visiting an airspace like Chicago, or I'm not certain yet. I want to visit one that's pretty decently sized and kind of have some fun with it. It'd be a really cool experience to kind of get to acknowledge those airspaces and be able to fly in them and control them and do all that stuff. Or sorry, controlling them just like I've actually flown in them, because yeah, just something I really have kind of been having my mind on, and all I really want, to be honest here, is my S3. Once I get my S3, I'm gonna be ecstatic because I want to control Memphis. I want to control Little Rock approach. That's the main airport that I'm gonna control. Everybody else is gonna be doing their things at Memphis and Nashville. I'm gonna be controlling Little Rock, man. Little Rock's my own little sector. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. Push this strip here. He's going to the Get 7. He's going to Washington. Let me check that real quick. KEWR. Yeah, he's going to Newark. So altitude filed is correct. He's on the Get 7 Diab transition. Going to Newark. Everything else is correct. So I'll just wait for him to call me up, and then I'll get him on the line here. All right, and apologies, guys, if you hear things in the background. My family's over. We're watching the SEC games right now. There's a whole bunch of chaos going on. It was a really good Saturday, so we kind of just been all hanging out and relaxing. So that's what you hear. If you hear anything, that's what you're hearing. Family hanging out. It's kind of sideways here. Squished between two. not a great Saturday as a Longhorn fan. Man, yeah, it's unfortunate. I think well, here's the thing, my brother had money on Georgia winning. So, he's got a parlay bet going on right now as well, I believe. That's why he's in there screaming and watching the TV, and my little sister's in her room playing the new OG Fortnite. So they're doing normal people things, and I'm sitting in my room doing the most stressful job in the world, or simulating the most stressful job in the world for some reason. It's okay. I like torturing myself with VATSIM. It's great, man. It's a lot of fun. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Rising up on. Oh man, hold on, I gotta grab this. Take my chances. Dude, it's actually been a great Saturday. I've been very happy with the Saturday because I was so freaking stressed out at the end of this week with all my grades coming in and everything for school, and now I'm just cruising, man. I'm having a great time. I'm loving it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. The Kamala McDonald's reference there, folks. I'm waiting for this traffic to call me up, man. Surely they're gonna call me up soon. That guy hasn't filed. That guy has filed. He's going to Boston. He's going to Newark. You're fine. Just a man and his will to survive. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rivals. And the last known survivor.
Memphis delivery, FedEx 1863. Did you give UPS monitor or contact?
Contact.
Okay.
FedEx 1863 Memphis delivery, go ahead.
A request to airfare clearance to Mexico City is filed. FedEx 1863.
FedEx 1863 clearance request standby. You are number 1. You got even altitude. Lima is correct. Childer 5 and Swall. That's good. He's going to Mexico City, so we can say Mexico City. You're cleared to the Benito Juarez International Airport. Clear to the Mexico City International Airport via the Get 7. And we'll get that whenever we can here. What position are you staffing right now? I'm a delivery controller right now, so I'm kind of getting the boring job, but I'm also getting the less stressful job. They got a lot of aircraft that are coming in from the Houston area, so I'm kind of not having to deal with the incoming traffic, but I am having to deal with the outbound that's heading to Houston. So it's FedEx 1460 or 1863. Yep. So grab his clearance and give it to him. FedEx 1863 got your clearance for you. Advise ready to copy.
Ready to copy, FedEx 1863.
FedEx 1863, you're cleared to the Mexico City International Airport via the Childer 5 departure and SWA transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 5635.
Okay, clear to Mexico City with the Childers 5 departure and SWA transition. Going to maintain 5,000, expect 360 10 minutes after departure, 124.15, squawk 5625, FedEx 1863.
FedEx 1863, confirm squawk is 5635.
5635, sorry, FedEx 1863.
FedEx 1863, no worry, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for push on to Victor. Have a nice flight, see ya.
121.9, thank you, really appreciate it, FedEx 1863.
and local delivery.
Local.
I got a FedEx 1863. He's heading over to the east. So long flight. Do you want me to send him over to 18 right? Or?
FedEx 1406 Heavy at the FedEx ramp requesting IFR.
Sorry, he's going to the west. My apologies.
Vector.
That's fine. You can put him on the center.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. And aircraft calling. Say call sign only, please.
That was FedEx 1406 Heavy.
FedEx 1406 Heavy. Get your clearance for your advice ready to copy. Actually, yep. Get your clearance for your advice ready to copy.
All right, ready to copy.
FedEx 1406, you're cleared to the Boston International Airport via the GETS 7 departure, DAB transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 1006.
All right, FedEx 1406 Heavy is cleared to the Boston Logan International Airport via the GOAT 7 departure DIAB transition, then as filed. Initial climb 5,000, expect 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure's on 124.15, squawk 1006.
FedEx 1406 Heavy, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for push on to Victor. Have a nice flight. We'll see you.
All right, we'll contact ground 121.9 for push on to Victor. Thanks for the services, FedEx 1406 Heavy. We'll see you.
Expect flight level blank 10 minutes after departure. I've never reached cruise within 10 minutes in the 7-3. I think it's, so I'm not certain about this, don't quote me on that. I think it's the cruise, the time that you're expected to be given the cruise altitude. So it's like after so 10 minutes after departure, you're going to be assigned flight level 350, not when you reach 350. But I'm not certain about that. I wouldn't quote me on that. I don't really know. And I'm a person that flies on VATSIM, and I still don't really. So, whatever. Cause I'm pretty sure that's how it is, because at Nashville it's 5 minutes after departure, and ain't nobody reaching flight level 400 5 minutes after departure. It's just the time I think that you're assigned the altitude. Raindrops keep falling on my head. That makes more sense. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because I actually the crazy part is I've thought about that too, and I was like, there's no way, right? Like that's nobody's making up 5 minutes after departure to flight level 400 unless you're on a rocket ship. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I think that's what I came up with in my head that at least made it work. I think that's what it is too, because it's different per airport, and that's not really how airports work. It's not like at Memphis you're getting this cruise or this climb performance, and then at Nashville you're getting this climb performance. No, it's the same climb performance depending on, of course, if the weather's the same. The density, altitude, all that stuff have factors to it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me though. Don't quote me, because I don't want to be speaking out of my butt here. Okay, both of those aircraft have been handed off. FedEx P130. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Raindrops keep falling on my head. If you're doing a short flight to a high cruise altitude airport like Denver, you might be able to get up to cruise in that time. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of like airports that I'd really get up to that cruise. I don't know. Like, I guess Denver is a good example, but another thing is the higher in altitude you go, the worse the climb performance of your plane. So if you're in a 757, oh yeah, you're going to be reaching that no matter the density altitude. Like, it's got a crazy climb performance. But if you're in like a Citation, like, you're definitely not going to, and it would differ per aircraft. So that's kind of what my thinking was as to why that is, but I'd have to look it up as to like exactly what it is, because maybe it's not that. Maybe I'm just speaking out of my butt. I don't want to be doing all that. Who is Meridian? Does anybody know the center split that's currently going on? Is it east to west or high to low? What is it?
It's north-south over something. I forget what it is, though.
North south. Gotcha. I've actually never seen meridian call sign for center split before. Wasn't really sure.
I'll ask him here in a second.
Hello.
Hello, user.
They're coming.
They are coming. This is awesome.
So there's a million tracks coming into Memphis right now.
It's like a swarm, man. I'm looking at this from VATSIM radar. It's crazy.
Yeah, good luck to Daniel. He's the approach. I'm not. I'm a departure.
Hey, that's you know what, Chin? That's what I'm saying. They were talking about how crazy it's gonna be. I was like, you know who it doesn't affect? The clearance delivery operator. I could care less. Raindrops keep falling on my head. I need a different song inside of my head, bro. This song's killing me. I'm telling you. We got 36 arrivals.
I think we have more arrival than the Atlanta currently.
For some reason.
Atlanta's got to be mad about that. I love seeing them fully staffed Birmingham instead of opting to fully staff the Atlanta airport. They still don't have a ground or a arrival on there. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, probably. I think the Birmingham is their training airport, right? Because I saw a lot of people like doing the approach and the tower there.
I think so, yeah. Because I flew out of there one time, and I wouldn't want to say like they were bad, but it seemed like it was, it was somebody that wasn't as confident on the mic as somebody who's able to get like tier 1 and stuff.
Well, the Atlanta controllers are much better. I think me and Eric were doing a shared flight a few days ago, and it was just like a complete disaster. Like, they started off by giving us like a taxi, like for a taxiway like across the airport, and they just like expected us to like pick one of like 5 ways to get there. And then upon me being like, yeah, that's an incomplete taxi, can you specify how to get there? And he was like, oh, so basically we're just inferring like that you should just get there. I was like, what are you talking about?
In ground local.
Ground.
All the FedExes I have going on to 18 left, I'm going to put them onto Yankee. That way we don't clog up Bravo and Sierra for the departures. Does that work?
Yeah, that'd actually be preferred.
All right.
Memphis delivery, FedEx 5130. Do you ever get my flight plan? Or?
But yeah, we love Atlanta.
FedEx 5130, I got your flight plan right here. Advisor ready to copy. I was waiting for you to call me back up and say that you had it.
Yeah, ready to copy.
FedEx 5130, you are cleared to the Newark International Airport via the GITS 7 departure, DAB transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 5657.
Clear to Newark, we have a GET 7 departure, then is file, maintain 5,000, expect 330, 10 minutes, departure 12415, squat 5657 for FedEx 5130.
FedEx 5130 Heavy, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for ready for push onto Victor. And have a nice flight. Sorry about the wait, man.
No worries. worries. Contact ground on Victor when ready to taxi for FedEx 5130. Heavy.
And FedEx 5130, just confirm contact ground 121.9 and ready for push onto Victor.
Oh, we're ready to push him to Victor. Contact ground 5130. Heavy.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I said that wrong originally. I had to correct myself. I should have stopped, said correction, and then gone. For some reason I've gotten in the habit of saying sorry. Sorry. I'm from the South. We don't say sorry. We say sorry. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So I've kind of gotten in the habit of saying sorry instead of saying correction. I need to start saying correction. It's kind of becoming a problem. Hey Matt, do you mind if I ask a question real quick?
Who?
Fire.
Matt.
Oh, sorry, I missed the Matt part.
No, you're good. So Matt, you're using the half strip to go for like arriving aircraft, or the half strip for your strips that says UPS whatever?
I don't even know what that's about. I didn't have that.
Oh, gotcha.
I sent that over to you because he was going someplace different.
Okay, I was just curious if you guys were doing something
I
that
see you have a lot of traffic. Do you need a split?
What's that?
Do you need to split something? You have a lot of traffic.
I think we're good for now. Does anybody disagree?
No, it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, this is honestly fun.
20 arrivals literally coming in at the same time. Are you sure?
Yeah.
He's got that.
Okay.
And she doesn't listen.
Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna go. Bye bye. Shout if you need something.
User disconnected from your channel.
What's FedEx 84? It's supposed to make it that way.
Alright, this guy didn't listen, so he's going to be short of Bravo. Contact you.
Okay. It's okay if I tax him northbound zero.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you need.
Thanks. Oh, you said short. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be short of Bravo.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. Waiting for this guy to fly. Oh, Frontier Flight 339. Beautiful. Heading over to Jacksonville. Ah! Yeah, it's on the OLIMS departure. Why does it give aircraft OLIMS?
Flight 339 with information Victor on board. Request RFR to Jacksonville.
Now, Frontier Flight 339, I'm going to have a reroute for you here shortly. I'm going to send you a PDC.
Frontier Flight 339, copy. Thank you.
At least you contacted somebody.
Heading over to Jacksonville.
What the fuck?
To be honest, I think it's my first time see the Meridian split, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I think they usually split the Campbell.
Wait, they...
Oh my god, we got 47 arrival.
This is awesome.
And the 90% of them will be arrived in 2 hours or 1 hours.
47's nothing.
Frontier Flight 339. I just sent you a clearance. You get it?
Yeah.
Flight 339 UFA.
Fortunately, not like many departures.
Alright, FedEx 339, once you're done reading over that, push your discretion, contact ground on 121.9 or when you are ready for taxi. And have a nice flight. We'll see you.
There's nothing on my
121, definitely 9 for taxi. Good, I think you
got a couple more departures getting ready to go.
Calm before the storm. Wait, your departure, so you're not going to see anything.
Yeah.
Jen, I prefer it this way, man. It's more fun when you're not on the stressful end of it, right?
It's way more fun when you're on the stressful end of it.
No. Come on, Jen and I are trying to hype ourselves up.
Radar contact kind of affecting while sitting down. That's only the thing I say to the aircraft. Oh, and a contact center. That's it.
Ooh, I have a question.
Go for it.
This is more of a question for Chin. Chin, if tower gets off and both arrivals or both departures are on, will somebody drop down a tower or will one of the Tracons handle it?
Yeah, I think if the one of the departure go to the tower, we just become the recombine again, like 125.8.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because we got 2 controller here, so we got one departure, 1 arrival.
Feel me? Heat check.
To be honest, yesterday is crazy when a PMDG 777 the Friday release.
Was it busier than this?
Yeah.
Oh, departure wise, yeah.
Yeah, we got like 50 or 60 departure, and 90% of our like 777 to FedEx.
Wow.
And a ton of arrival.
I'd say on the arrival end, it's more busy today, but you should have seen the FedEx ramp. Getting clearances out was freaking impossible because I'd tell one aircraft to stand by and then another one would call. And it would just keep happening. And so I just had to keep sending out PDCs.
No situational.
I'd be like, yeah, you're number 6 in the line, and then another one calls up, like, we'd like to be number 7, and it's like, how about we just all stay quiet for 5 to 6 minutes, and I can get this done.
When people are like insistent on getting clearance, I always tell them I kind of snap at them, dude. You're like listen to the radio. Like I don't have time.
That's my experience in Memphis in May FNO as a delivery. Just
So
turn
they're
off the clearance company.
Fire music, are you delivery? Yeah, I'm currently working clearance right now. So all these arrivals, they don't affect me at all. These are affecting all the other guys. I'm just kind of hanging out and getting these other clearances in. And that guy logged off even though I sent him a full reroute. Like I really gave him a PDC reroute only for him to log off. That's crazy.
I think the events will be end very soon.
What time is it supposed to end local?
I don't know. Local. Oh, never mind.
11.
They're. Yeah, maybe. No, I think
Now only imagine how the clearance delivery feels at Houston, right?
Oh yeah, right. Do you see they have like 5 ground controllers split?
Oh my god.
That's actually kind of cancerous. I'm not gonna lie. That's awful.
That might be even harder than just having one person. Just remembering where all the splits happen.
It really would be, especially for the people above them. Yeah. And then controller coordination would be an absolute nightmare.
Yep. Do you have FedEx 1863's paper?
Sending it now. Sent over.
Let's see, where was he heading to again? You can expect runway.
Looks like the Jackson is going to cozy very soon.
Are you giving PDCs or voice? Right now I'm giving voice, but it depends how busy it gets. If it gets really busy, I'm just gonna start sending up. But right now, ALB. I've never in my life seen that airport.
Jen, if you want to see all the departures, go into strips and local 3 bay. You'll see all the departures we've had so far tonight.
Albany.
Okay, let me see that.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Miles says, "How's it going, man? It's not going bad. We're having a pretty good day here, I think. Just got a lot of aircraft on the ground, but you know, it's not really my problem, so I'm not super stressed about it.
Local 3 looks like the trash can.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of arrivals.
Albuquerque,
Bunch of
350, hit 7. Everything's right there.
Why? Stars looks wild.
Is there an event? Over at Houston, we are staffing. If you look in the, hold on, let me show you guys what it looks like on my side of things. See my window. You look on VATSIM radar here, over here, and
So we're getting more departure here.
over here in the Houston
More
area.
FedEx.
There's an event that's going on, and we're staffing.
Memphis has actually been a Bravo, like at a Bravo level traffic capacity on VATSIM.
We're staffing currently for coordination with this event. What's that called? Support. We're supporting for this event right now. Yeah. Kind of just hanging out. We're actually all having a pretty good time, I think. I mean, it's not super bad at all. When we have a big event here, I think I'm just gonna log on and clear this delivery and hang out. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't miss the North Ground. North Ground is my favorite. It's awesome.
Yeah, Chin, I'll see if we can. I'll like ping every S3 in the R tag so that we can get them to work the departure and arrival so that you can work North Ground.
Oh my god.
I didn't see anything on our website.
Was there some guy?
There's nothing.
Yesterday.
Well, not on our website.
I might just
It's on our Discord. on our Discord. It was
because like all the traffic was on the FedEx ramp.
Memphis.
Oh, I think that's me.
Yeah.
And then so if you go to the Memphis RTAC and then you go to events, and up there a little bit, it'll talk about the positions for Santa's coming to H-Town.
To be honest, I only see the Memphis got like full staff once in the Memphis in Mayfield. They got like all the departure and arrival position on.
Can you control other air places, other places than Memphis, or do you need more training to do that? Memphis, so I control under what we call our RTAC. The Memphis RTAC is basically any airport under the Memphis Center. And then, of course, the flight level 180 to flight level 600 class alpha airspace above in that center area. So I can control anywhere in the Memphis RTAC. I have what we call a Tier 2 ground rating, which Memphis is a Tier 2 airport. So I can control at Memphis because I have a Tier 2. But yeah, that means if I can control at Memphis, I can control anywhere, basically inside of our airspace. So yeah, I mean it's really cool to be able to control here and kind of have that experience. At the same time, it's definitely scary. It's definitely scary, but you know we get the job done, and it's a lot of fun. Really, it does become a lot of fun. The more you kind of get used to this. Memphis is what I call our needy airport. It has time restricted SIDS and just time restricted SIDS. So I have to coordinate the SIDS, make sure that they're in the correct time period, and the SIDS that are needed, this guy for example, FedEx 795 is taking the Hot Rod 5 with the Tomke transition. However, if I go ahead and pull up this document for you guys, you're going to see that under our SOP for the airport, I legally can't send him on that arrival. I have to put him on a different arrival because of a time restriction. So if we head over here and I type in Hot Rod, you obviously have to memorize these. Type in Hot Rod. It says standard instrument departures RNAV/Elvis transition filed below are only pre-departure coordinated and approval from MO3. I literally cannot get these to anybody unless I coordinate them. So, or it's between the hours of 020 to 060, which is 2 a.m. local and 6 a.m. local, and nobody is up to staff that ever. So who cares? So let's see the Hot Rod. So instead, what I have to do is I have to go to SimBrief, and I have to refile this guy. So FedEx 793 or 795, you're going to KOMA. That's to the west, which is flight level 360. So that's correct, actually. But we're gonna get you on the Jetty 5 departure. So okay, I get it. When I get my S1 or S2, I'll be controlling Tampa, so Miami RTAC. Correct, yeah. So you can control any airport within the Miami RTAC, I believe. I'm not certain, but I believe if you get that whatever rating, the highest rating possible for your. You can also get what we call an unrestricted, which is where you can control everything except your major fields. You have to get your rating for your major field. Yeah. A lot, man. A lot, but it's really really fun. I mean, I love controlling on VATSIM. It's just it's always a interesting experience for certain. Got another clearance filed in. 4 clearance. Let's go ahead and do this. FedEx 339. All right, I'm gonna get a queue started because we got a lot of planes that are about to start calling up for clearance here, and I've got to be on my A game to make sure that they're getting their things here. So first of all, KLM 734. We're gonna coordinate this based off of which aircraft calls up first.
A380 parked on the southeast ramp.
That makes sense.
It really does. It makes sense because none of it makes sense, so at least it all is consistent.
Yep.
He actually has a pretty old identifier too, which means he could genuinely know what he's doing and just have decided to do that.
Does honestly, that's fair, right? Because it's not even real life, so who really cares?
Maybe he's a rep from American and he's doing an experimental flight. Maybe they're going to buy 380.
Memphis delivery, good evening. FedEx 795, requesting clearance to at airport. We got information, Victor on board.
FedEx 795. I'm going to have a reroute here for you very, very shortly. I'm going to send you a PDC, okay?
We'll go for FedEx 795.
Hello, mic check.
Hello.
Okay.
FedEx 795, I just sent you that PDC. Did you get it?
My internet, you keep disconnecting.
And ATC for FedEx 795, we got the PDC.
Our FedEx 795. Otherwise, push your discretion. Contact ground on 121.9 when you're ready for taxi. Have a nice flight. We'll see you.
121.90, when ready for pushback on stairs for FedEx 795, thank you.
Oh my god, they're still coming.
Yeah, they are.
Memphis delivery, hello, FedEx 1570. We have Victor, and we're looking for IFR clearance to Albany.
Albany, New York. He's on the Get 7. Yeah, that's correct. FedEx 1570, you are cleared to the Albany International Airport via the GITS 7 departure, DAB transition, then ASFALB. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 7760.
I was about to say,
Clear to Albany on the Gate 7 departure, diab transition, initial climb 5,000, expect 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.15, squawk 7760, FedEx 1570.
FedEx 1570, the readback is correct. Push your discretion. Contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for taxi. Expect runway 18 center for departure.
Okay, we'll contact ground at 121.9 when we're ready for taxi. Questions on my discretion, and we'll program for 18 center departure, FedEx 1570. Thanks.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Matt, I put it on my life that I told FedEx 795 to contact you for taxi, and he's going to contact you for push. He read it back as push, and then I had another aircraft call up, so I literally had no time to correct him.
No problem. Which aircraft was it?
FedEx 795.
Super looking for to
Oh, the super guy just called me up. I can't wait. American 1046 Super, clearance request, standby number 1.
Clearance request number 1.
It's so crazy. I cannot believe somebody would do that. It's actually correct. It's the crazy part. You got the altitude correct and everything. IP6. Yeah, I mean altitude file is technically correct. That's the crazy part. Man, what's up? Dude, nothing. It's been a crazy day here, and we're just trying to get through it. I believe it's kind of the it's kind of the message that we're sending across. But you know what? I'm having a great time actually. It's not too bad. American 1046 got your clearance for you. Advice rated copy.
Ready to copy, American 1046.
American 1046, you're clear to the New Orleans International Airport via the Pipey 6 departure at Buffy transition, then asphalt. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 1320.
Clear to the New Orleans International Airport via the Puppy 6 departure, Buck transition as filed, 5,000, 360, 10 minutes, 124.15 frequency, 1320 on the Bucks, American 1046.
American 1046, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for taxi with the ATIS, and have a nice flight.
We'll contact ground for taxi, thank you.
The local delivery?
Local.
Actually, yeah. Is it? I can tell American 1046 to expect runway 18 center, correct?
Where's he going?
He's
Actually,
he's a super aircraft. That's what I was checking. Perfect, thank you. Takes quite a lot to juggle. Takes a lot of skill to juggle reading, chat, controlling. Yeah, I think the biggest thing I have trouble with is coordinating with other controllers while I'm reading chat and controlling, man. But it's really not too bad. I mean, I can kind of get it done. Now, it would really be nice if I didn't have two airplanes mating on the FedEx ramp. That would make this a lot easier. If a Boeing 777 and a A300-600 mated, what baby would they make?
I don't know what prompted that question. Also, whiskey's current.
Well, in the North Cargo ramp, we have a situation very similar to that.
He disconnected.
Oh, he disconnected. Oh, that's so sad.
You realize.
Chin, what say you?
What?
What say you? What aircraft do you think it makes?
Wait 1 second, you're a little bit cut out. I think you might have network problem. 1 second.
No, don't tell me I have network problems. No, I don't.
Sorry, say that again.
What say you? What aircraft do you think they would make? Oh, they're both gone now.
Air Boeing.
I was thinking an A330.
No, it's a 710. Air Boeing 710.
Chad, no worry, we're getting a bunch of departures now too.
Let's go.
Nice.
We're not any of them leave though.
Yeah, none of them are moving. We're just getting a whole bunch of flight plans.
At least we got a flight plan.
Why is there so many planes?
Do you have Frontier 339 strip?
7.
Ah. Does anyone know how to turn down the V strips?
No. Yes, you can click on the mem in the top left and turn off strip, turn off sounds, but that's it, really.
Ah.
Yeah, the printing sound is super loud.
Who's controlling gray approach? I don't know. How would I know the Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to pull up my chat again. There we go. Wonderful. Pra, 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 pra.
Good evening, this is delivery FedEx 5235, mic check.
Not a mic check. That's 5235. I got you 5x5. How me?
FedEx 5235, we're looking to pick up clearance to Oakland. We do have information. Whiskey on board.
FedEx 5235. Thanks for whiskey clearance on request. Standby number 1.
Say again, FedEx 5235.
FedEx 5235. Clearance on request. Standby. Your number 1.
Do you have FedEx 5130's strip?
1 second.
FedEx 5235, I was having some audio issues. Say it one more time. I sincerely apologize.
FedEx 5235. No worries. Clearance on request. Standby. Your number 1.
Standing by number 1 for 5235.
FedEx 5235. Got your clearance for you. Advise ready to copy.
Ready to copy 5235.
FedEx 5235, you are cleared to the Oakland International Airport via the Summit 5 departure, FOXM transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 240, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 7770.
We're clear to Oakland, via the Summit 5 departure, 5,000 initials, cleared. We're going to head 240, 10 minutes, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency on 124.15, squawk 7770.
FedEx 5235, just confirm 340, 10 minutes after departure.
That is 340, 10 minutes after departure for FedEx 5235.
FedEx 5235, no worries, readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for taxi. Expect runway 18 right for departure.
On the contact ground, we're ready. We're going to expect 181 for 18 right for departure, 5235.
My family's trying to tease my dog by saying squirrel. Oh man. What is my brother and sister? What are they doing in the background, man? Oh, it's a long day. It's a really long day.
Ground, you have 4134.
Flat squawk 1046. Back squawk only. Right, contact ground 1. Bruh. 5. Slow transition. That'll work. Nobody's got a departure. BB. I'm sure you can tell by the way I walk. No time to talk.
Memphis clearance. This is FedEx 1423 with you. I have information. Whiskey. Request IFR following to Seattle.
Direction of flight is correct. He's taking the Zenit 5 box in transition. Everything else is correct about that. Let's go ahead and give him clearance. FedEx 1423, you're cleared to the Seattle International Airport via the Zenit 5 departure, Fox in transition, then as valid. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies on 124.15 and squawk 765 tree.
Departure via the Zenit 5 up to the transition of Foxcom. Altitude starts at 5,000. Expect 34, flight level 340, approximately 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 124.15, squawk 7653 for FedEx 1423 Heavy.
FedEx 1423 Heavy, the readback is correct. For pushback on to Victor, contact ground on 121.9er and have a nice flight. We'll see you.
After pushback or before pushback on to Victor?
For push on to Victor. You have to call him for push on to Victor.
Roger, contact ground for push to Victor for FedEx 1423.
Giant 5055 requesting IFR clearance up to, down to Fort Worth.
Giant 5055, Memphis delivery, good day. You are clear to the Dallas Fort Worth International Airport via the Childer 5 departure and SWA transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 166 tree.
Alright, we're cleared to the Dallas Fort Worth International Airport via the Childer 5 departure, ANSA transition, maintain 5,000, expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure, departure frequency 124.15, squawk 166 tree, Giants 5055.
Giant 5055, the readback is correct. When you're ready for taxi, contact ground 121.9er. And can you accept runway 18 right, or do you need runway 18 center?
We'll contact ground on 121.9er when ready for taxi. Give us a second to look for 189er, but we should be able to take 18 right. I don't know why I said 9er, but we should be able to take 18 right.
Okay, Giant 5055, for now, just stay on my frequency and contact me whenever you run the numbers and let me know, and I'll get you there.
Alright, we'll update you when ready, 5055.
What was the call sign you were wondering?
Sierra India Alpha.
Singapore.
Thanks.
Giant 50-55, where will they accept 1-8 right?
Alright, Giant 50-55, you can expect runway 18 right for departure. Thanks so much, and contact ground 121.9 ready for taxi. Have a great flight. See ya.
Alright, we'll contact ground 121.9 when ready for taxi. Expect runway 18 right. Good day. See ya.
Memphis delivery EPS 65 picking up by far to Oakland information whiskey on board.
The aircraft calling, please say call sign only.
UPS 225.
I think he called up UPS 60. Never eat soggy waffles. Altitude filed is incorrect. Medium flight level 370. UPS 225. Memphis delivery. Altitude filed for direction of flight is incorrect. Can you accept flight level 380 or do you want 360?
We'll take 30.
Archer UPS 225, got your clearance for advice, ready to copy.
Ready to copy.
UPS 225, you are cleared to the Oakland International Airport via the Summit 5 departure, Fox in transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 1365.
Clear to Oakland via Summit 5 departure, Fox in transition, climb receive 5,000, expect 3010 minutes at departure on 24.150, squawk 1365.
UPS 225, the readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9 when you're ready for push on to Victor. And can you accept runway 18 right for departure?
Affirm, we'll take 18 right.
Alright, UPS 225 heavy, you can expect runway 18 right and contact ground 121.9 when we're ready for push. See ya.
21.9 for push, see ya.
Do you have FedEx 1570?
Yeah. Sent them to you.
Thank you.
He got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories. And everything was as right as a bright blue sky. Ring. Oh, ring. Oh, my Lord. All those departures, man. You're craziness. You're craziness. Hello? Hello?
You have giant 50-55s work paper. Thank you.
Like my balls. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. 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 Them Indian scammers, bro. I don't know why they keep trying to get me, I swear. Alright. Cleared as filed. No phones while plugged in. Hey. I got no calls. And hey, you know what, Dylan? What if, hear me out, you know, some airports, as clearance delivery, they have people that will answer the phone for an IFR clearance. I was just giving out an IFR clearance for a VIP aircraft. So I couldn't have y'all listen to the audio. That's my apologies. I will pay more attention. I really have I really don't have a lot going on here. As clearance delivery, there is not much that I'm really doing. I've already checked most of these guys' routes and handed off the strips. I got 5 airplanes that are supposed to call me. None of them called me yet. I'm convinced that this guy is not going to call me. It says .new pilot. Usually that means, well, sure, that's the landline in the cab, though. Unfortunately, our cab here, you know, stationed in my room doesn't have a landline, so we're having to make do. Or the landline's broken, so I'm using my iPhone. That's what I'm saying. I'm just busting your chops. I know. I know. He called up.
Extend Alpha 27. Request IFR to Dallas with information Whiskey, Singapore 521.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a little bit of a slower read back so that he doesn't freak out. Singapore 521 Memphis delivery. Good day. You are cleared to the Dallas Love Airport via the Childer 5 departure and SWA transition. Then as filed, maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 380 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 5665. I expect you to install a rotary phone as part of your setup. A rotary phone would be crazy. The freaking.
Begin the transition after Child R5.
For 529, no worries. It's going to be the ANSWA transition. Alpha, November, Sierra, Whiskey, Alpha. I don't understand why people will log in as new pilots in pretty busy airspace. I think if you're a new pilot, you should fly out of a class Delta, you know, but it's okay.
Airport via the Child 5 departure, ANSWA transition, initial level 5,000, expect flight level 380, departure 124.15, squawking 5665, Singapore 521.
Singapore 521, the readback is correct. For push onto November, please contact ground on 121.9er, and you can expect runway 18 right for departure. Have a nice flight.
121.9er for ground, expecting 18 right for departure, Singapore 521. Thank you.
Memphis delivery, good evening. FedEx 1126 Heavy, looking to pick up IFR to Houston.
It's 11:20. He's going to Houston. He's on the Jessner, which is good. He's on the Childer 5, which is good. And then I believe okay, it is. FedEx 1126 Memphis delivery. Good day. You are cleared to the Houston International Airport via the Childer 5 departure and SWA transition. Then as filed, maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 320 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 1045.
FedEx 1126 Heavy is cleared to the Houston International Airport via the
And, the Chandler 5 departure and SWAT transition that is filed. Climb maintain 5,000, expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure is on 124.5, squawk 1045.
FedEx 1126 Heavy, just confirm departures on 124.15.
124.15 for departure, FedEx 1126 Heavy.
FedEx 1126 Heavy, the readback is correct. Can you accept runway 18 right for departure?
8 Forever, we can take 18 right.
FedEx 1126 Heavy, roger, thank you. Expect runway 18 right. Please contact ground on 121.9 or when you're ready for push on to Victor. And have a nice flight over to Houston. See ya.
Alright, we'll call ground for push, and thanks for the ATC, FedEx 1126 Heavy.
Well, I have 3 versions of the same screen. Okay, I'm going to answer this in just a second. Sorry.
554 requesting IFR to Boston with information whiskey on board. Type is 777 freighter.
There we go. Oh. FedEx 554, Memphis delivery. I have no clearance for you on file. Do you mind refiling for me? The reason that we have 3 of the same setup is a little bit different than you might think.
That should be in now for FedEx 554.
Stars display is a little bit easier for me to see whether an aircraft is squawking or not. This display allows me to see which aircraft it is, and though this aircraft does show me the taxiways, it does help me a little bit as well to have this screen open, because sometimes this gets really hard to see all the different aircraft, so I have to use this to kind of sort that out. That's why I have 3 of the same screen. I really don't need this for clearance delivery, but I use it anyway. And FedEx 554 Heavy, I now have your clearance. Advise when you're ready to copy it.
FedEx 554, we are ready to copy IFR.
FedEx 554 Heavy, you are cleared to the Boston International Airport via the GITS 7 departure. DAB transition then as filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 330 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 7670.
FedEx 554 is clear to Boston via the GOAT 7 departure. DIAB transition then is filed. We will climb, maintain 5,000, expect 330 in 10 minutes. Departure is going to be on 24.15, squawk 7670 for FedEx 554 Heavy.
FedEx 554 Heavy, the readback is correct. You can contact ground on 121.9er when you are ready for taxi. Push your discretion. You can expect runway 18 center for departure.
Over to 121.9er for taxi. Pushes at our discretion, and we should expect 18 center FedEx 554 Heavy. Thanks for the ATC, and we'll see you.
Yeah. But yeah, so different versions for different things for sure. People say if you know what you're doing, you should just have the stars display. Well, here's the deal: the stars display also does not show you what the aircraft call sign is for these aircraft that are not currently squawking, right? So it's kind of difficult to be able to tell these aircraft what their clearance is whenever you don't know who they are. So you'd have to use your strips to be able to access that, and then once they squawk, you should be able to get them. I just prefer to be able to say, FedEx 552 Heavy, bang, there he is, and click on him and say, oh, there we go. We can go ahead and clear him to whatever airport he's going to and all that stuff. I think it's a lot more helpful that way. So, if you just want to use the stars display, that's all you, or if you just want to use the Aztecs display, that's all you. I prefer you just use the stars display. I think that's a lot more helpful than the Aztecs is in reality. But it's your choice really. I like having all 3 open. I think that's a personal preference for me. When I'm controlling ground, I have all 3 open, and it's because the stars display sometimes has limited view. If you really look at it, the stars display for a lot of times will have aircraft that are like this, that are currently departing or doing whatever, and it'll be going over the airport, and it's hard to see those taxiways. Now, if you know your airport well enough, which I don't quite yet, I'll be willing to admit that I don't know my airport quite well enough to just be able to memorize these. But yeah, so there you go. That's kind of why I have 3 open. I get it. Some people don't like it, but
I'm sorry.
All good, no worries.
1425 heavy.
It's funny because I'm like trying to make it a point. I keep missing. I'm like, okay.
oh. FedEx 1425 heavy Memphis delivery. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. With information whiskey, stand 822, ready to copy to Houston.
FedEx 1425 heavy. Thank you for the ATIS. You're clear to the Houston International Airport via the Childer 5 departure and SWA transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 30010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 1046.
We repeat the squawk code for FedEx 1425 heavy, please.
FedEx 1425 heavy, no worries. Squawk is 1046.
Okay, we're clear to Houston via Channel 5 departure. Then as filed, initial 5,000, expect flight level 3. This is coming after departure. Departure frequency is going to be 124.15, squawk 1046 for FedEx 1425
Looks like we're getting
heavy.
busy there.
FedEx 1425 heavy, the readback is correct. Can you accept runway 18 right for departure?
Okay, we can do that.
Alright, FedEx 1425 heavy. Push at your discretion. Contact ground on 121.9 when you're ready for taxi, and you can expect runway 18 right for departure.
Okay, pushing start to discretion, expect 18 right for the departure, contact ground 121.9 right to taxi. FedEx 1425 heavy.
I did my first sweatbox session for S2 today. Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome. I'm really proud of you, man. It's certainly a process. I got done with my VAT USA stuff, and I haven't even touched the sweatbox sessions yet because I'm just trying to cruise a little bit and get used to controlling a little bit more. As you keep progressing, you'll realize that other RTACs aren't as good as they might seem. Yeah, man. I mean, I kind of have already noticed that. I really, even though we're kind of staffing for them, I really don't like Houston Center. A lot of those guys there, you know, they're a little bit snotty whenever it comes to their airspace. Whatever, you know, they can be good, they can be bad. Just depends. But my personal preference, I don't really like to fly in or out of there. Still though, everybody has their own personal preference. I know whenever you get higher up though, you definitely want to have the ASDEX display as your only display for the ground. I kind of just be using what I can right now because I'm kind of trying to learn it all, trying to soak it all in, trying to get that knowledge. And certainly
delivery, good evening, FedEx 2 heavy, looking to pick up our IFR to down scene.
FedEx 2 heavy, the clearance request, stand by your number 1 in the line. When I have an airport that I'm not exactly certain of the name of and all that stuff. So he's going to Stansted, which 370 is accurate for that. The Goat 7 is fine. We're going to give him our runway 18 center. Okay. Go ahead and give him his clearance now. I did it so quickly because I did some steps backwards. I got Mentor, then did that USA stuff. Gotcha. So you got like the kind of the backwards way, but that's kind of cool. FedEx 2 heavy, I got your clearance for you guys. Ready to copy?
FedEx 2 heavy is ready to copy.
FedEx 2 heavy, you're cleared to the London Stansted Airport via the Goats 7 departure, DAB transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 124.15 and squawk 7745.
Clear to the London stand CV, the GOAT 7 dive transition that is filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect 370 to 10 minutes after departure. Departure is 124.15 and squawk 7745, FedEx 2 Heavy.
FedEx 2 Heavy, the readback is correct. For push onto Victor, please call ground on 121.9er. You can expect runway 18 center for departure and have a nice flight.
Expect 18 center, contact ground for push. Have a good night. Thanks for your service.
Good evening, FedEx 34 Heavy. Cruising ground for 2 London, standstill.
Was that it for arrivals?
FedEx 34 Heavy. I'm going to have to get a reroute here for you. I'm going to send you a PDC. Expect it to be in about 5 minutes.
Okay, what's wrong with the rallying for FedEx 34 here?
FedEx 34 Heavy, here at Memphis, we have time-restricted SIDs. So the current SID that you're on, the Genie 7, is a time-restricted SID. I'd have to get approval with the Tracon to do that, and unfortunately, he's kind of busy right now, so I'm not able to contact him, so I'm going to have to reroute you.
Roger. How long, what are we? You said 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'll be getting that PDC to you very shortly here. It shouldn't take too long.
Don't worry about gunshots, just engine noise.
Aircraft calling, say again, please?
So don't worry about gunshots in Memphis, just engine noise, I guess.
Hey, Chad, are you interested in taking the entire Tracon?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Yeah, let me know when you're ready to brief.
That's a lot.
Okay, we can go down to M03 for briefing.
User left your channel. User left your channel.
FedEx 34, I just sent you the PDC. Did you get it?
Yeah, we got it there.
FedEx 34, for push onto Victor, you got to contact ground on 121.9er. Otherwise, have a nice flight, and sorry about that, man. It sucks.
Alright, you're good. I was just making a joke. We'll contact ground for that push. American 34, Heavy C. Did it give you a runway to expect FedEx 34 Heavy before I go?
Oklahoma City.
Now, FedEx 34, you can expect runway 18 center for departure. My apologies. And last aircraft calling, say again, please.
FedEx 1472 Heavy, looking for IFR to Oklahoma City. We have information whiskey.
FedEx 1472 Heavy, clearance and request, standby number 1.
Standby number 1.
Voice. Actually, I sent him a PDC technically. Center. Ground. Aircraft calling. FedEx 42. Sorry, what'd they say? It's TDW, the top down, basically mimics the star speed from the Tracon. Flat idle mode on TDS is terrible. Agreed. Blinded. Is ZME shooting for Iron Mike this month? I have no idea. I gotta get this aircraft cleared. I'm super sidetracked here. I don't think the Ducks is. Okay. Now I gotta check his Oklahoma City. I don't know what direction that is. Okay, it is. It's to the west, so yeah, 320 correct. Everything else is correct. We'll go ahead and give this guy his clearance. FedEx 1472 Heavy, got your clearance for you. Advisor ready to copy.
Ready to copy, 1472.
FedEx 1472, you are clear to the Oklahoma International Airport via the Ducks 5 departure, Heller transition, NS filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is now on 125.8 and squawk 5611.
Roger that, we're clear to Oklahoma City via the Deck 5 departure Heller transition, then is filed. Initial climb 5,000, fix 320, 10 minutes after departure on 125.8 and squawk 5611. FedEx 15, Chris FedEx 15, correct? FedEx 1472.
FedEx 1472, beside the call sign, you got it all right. Can you accept runway 18 right for departure?
8 for 18 right, thank you.
Alright, FedEx 1472, push your discretion, contact ground 121.9, or when you are ready for taxiing, you can expect runway 18 right. Have a nice flight.
0.9 ready for taxi, push our discretion, and thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You as well. Good voice. I want it right. Off as well. And shooting for Iron Mike this month. I don't know what that means. Sorry. I'm a newbie, I guess. A lot of terms I don't know. Why is this guy squawking 0000? Just gotta wonder. Never really know. Going down to Houston.
And delivery approach.
Go ahead for delivery.
Departure frequency now is 125.8.
Yep, I went ahead and switched that over. I was actually just about to call local and let him know.
Okay.
And local delivery.
Local.
I assume you heard, but I have a couple aircraft from the FedEx ramp that we're told 124.15. Make sure on departure for the next 10 minutes or so you give them 125.8.
Yepers.
Thank you.
I'll try to correct it on ground.
Perfect. Thanks, Matt. Is Dylan dancing allowed in the cab, or is that not allowed either? Are we just gonna be party poopers all day today? And ground delivery.
Did you call me?
Affirm.
One sec.
Iron Mike is percent of uptime per position. There's an Iron Mike award for uptime per position for ground, tower, and Tracon. Oh, shoot. Lord of mercy, I just burped. Maybe we are. I don't know. I have no idea like how close we are to other people. I'd imagine there's some people beating us out, but dude, we staff a lot, to be honest with you. It's a lot of fun. This I don't know why we haven't staffed Nashville more often. I feel like we should staff Nashville a little bit more. When Nashville's busy, dude, it's such a fun airport. It's a cool little airport to control. I know, don't get me wrong. This is coming from a guy that loves Memphis. Nashville's certainly certainly an interesting.
Thank you.
Yep.
Alpha Alpha 462. ZTL's going for Iron Mike on Birmingham Tower, I believe. That makes sense, man. Y'all, they keep that open a lot. I fly in there quite a bit too. I mean, I enjoy it. But yeah, I didn't really know that, so that's interesting. I appreciate you for letting me know.
Memphis clear, Southwest
I have no
22.
idea.
Memphis clear, Southwest 2211. Let's see if you guys picked up my flight plan to Houston.
And Southwest 2211 Memphis delivery. You are cleared to the Houston International Airport via the Pipey 6 departure, a Buffy transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 125.8 and squawk 7717.
Alright, Southwest 2211, we're clear to Houston via the Pipey 6 Buffy transition as filed. Climb maintain 5, expect 320 and 10, 125.87717 for the squawk.
Southwest 2211, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9 when you are ready for taxi. Push is at your discretion, and you can expect runway 18 right for departure.
We're flying right at ground point 9 for taxi when we're ready. Southwest 2211.
And now ground delivery. I'm stepping away for just about 2 minutes here. I'm going to grab another water. Can you monitor my frequency?
Amazon 236, I'm going to hop off. Thank you for the service tonight.
Have a good one.
Is that an affirmative?
Modern.
Perfect, thanks. I'll be back shortly.
Out of curiosity, do you know how to bring back strips that I accidentally deleted?
If you go to the printer in the top right, type in their call sign, it'll reprint.
Okay, thanks.
Memphis ground, FedEx 2 Heavy, ready for taxi, we have whiskey.
FedEx 2 Heavy, runway 18 center, taxi via Victor Sierra Bravo, cross runway 27 on Sierra.
18 center via Victor Sierra Bravo, cross runway 27 at Sierra. FedEx 2 Heavy.
FedEx 554 Heavy, contact Memphis Tower 119.7.
119.7, thanks for the ATC, and we'll see you next time. FedEx 554 Heavy.
And delivery is back. Did anybody call?
Negative.
Perfect, thank you. What's my dog coming to my room? Look at her. Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. I'm exhausted. Okay, I think it's about time for me to log off. You say the event ends at 11? Is that what we said?
Channel switched.
Hey, John.
Hey.
Do you know if the event ends at 11 or not?
Oh, let me check.
I couldn't find where to, maybe this.
Yeah, it looks like it's on 11. It's on the ZME website.
Oh, okay, cool. I was trying to get to Houston, but I'm streaming right now. I didn't want to give away my VATSIM. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Got it, no problem.
Channel switched.
Look, all we need is Louisville to be online. That's never going to happen. Boy, it says so sleepy.
We got a
That's
777
clearance.
going
Good
to
evening,
London.
FedEx 502 have the clearance to Atlanta with whiskey.
FedEx 502 Heavy, you're cleared to the Atlanta International Airport via the BB King 7 departure, Kermie transition, then as valve. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 125.8 and squawk 1537.
Atlanta Baby King 7 departure, Kermie transition as filed 5,000, 350, 10 departure on 25.8 squawk 1537, FedEx 502 have.
FedEx 502 Heavy, the readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for taxi. Push your discretion, expect runway 18 center for departure.
FedEx 502 have.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long day. For those of you who are just joining us, I wanted to tell a little story again. I told this the other day, earlier in the stream. I woke up this morning. It was like a scene out of a battle. Like, I don't even know. Like, almost like something you'd have seen in, like, a horror movie or something. I woke up, and it felt like my thoughts were screaming at me. My head was just like, it felt like it was ringing in my head. My thoughts were screaming at me. My dog's laying across the top of me. It feels like I'm about to pass out. And I practically throw my dog like a bench presser, just poof, and I run to the toilet. Run. And I'm hurled over I gotta throw up really bad. I'm hurled over the toilet like this. Literally about to die. Like, you know when you're like on your knees, like praying on the toilet, like you're about to throw up? I was like that for a solid 5 minutes, and then I just turned on the shower, got in the shower. I woke up at 5:30 on a Saturday afternoon because of that. I need sleep, man.
Approach center.
It was a bad morning. Bad start to the day.
Got like 5 people down the blues on top of each other.
Oh no. 1 second.
them. That's just crazy. I feel so bad for Chin.
What did you say is coming?
Yeah, so if you want to like help me out and
What do you need?
I got 7 Charlie Lima's paralleling the arrival right now. I'm heading 180 because separation. And then Limburg 4551 and Sky West 4900 are basically on top of each other. And Sky West is already doing best forward speed, and Blue Streak is just like mirroring him.
Wait.
And ground delivery.
User left your
Hey man, I'm probably gonna be hopping off within the next 10. I got a massive migraine. I'm gonna ping for a delivery relief just if anybody wants it, and I stop hopping off. Handle it.
Sounds good.
And X-rays current.
The guys handled the Houston event, did a great job. Triple landings back to back to back. Heck yeah, love that, man. That's awesome. I'm glad those guys are showing off their skills, man. I can't wait till we get some events here in Memphis. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You can bet your bottom dollar I will be streaming those events. One thing for a migraine is try the sugarcane sodas. Yeah, I've already had a Coke today. I'm really trying to cut down on my caffeine on the weekends because I drink Red Bulls and stuff in the week. So, Lord knows, it's just gonna be a long rest of this 10 minutes, y'all. I promise. I can't promise that. I was going to say I promise I'll stream tomorrow, but I really can't promise that because I might wake up and just be out of it. And I have to do some homework tomorrow, so we'll see. I might not even go to mass tomorrow for church because I'm really feeling bent out of shape, man. This is not good. Energy drinks equal you.
What did you say?
Oh no, I was gonna send somebody over to ground and you just
They're
left.
they're
Disconnected on the runway.
Give me the energy I need, man. They give me the energy I need. That's true. Sometimes the crash physics connect you.
That's terribly unfortunate.
Especially because you're supposed to come off.
You working clearance or ground? I'm working clearance. I get the fun job, to be honest. Ground's fun, but you know, inbound ground is not fun. The outbounds are whatever. It's kind of a good time. But the guys that are inbound are freaking impossible to deal with sometimes. Take a wrong turn off the taxiway, then you got to coordinate that whole thing and send them all the way up a taxiway they shouldn't be on. It's just a whole freaking mess.
Well, I guess you could either depart the MD-11 in front of the 737, or I guess you could send either way.
And do you want to see if Southwest 2211 can take Mike 8 in intersection departure, and we'll send him in front, because that way it'll go a lot faster.
I'll let him know.
Not to be an expert here, but good sleep balance help. David, that's the smartest thing you said ever, I think, because that's what it is, man. That's what it is. It's the fact that I've been on and off nauseous bouts today, so I think that's kind of what it was. Is I woke up at like 5 because I was just boom hit with that, and I was like 100 something degrees. I felt like this is literally what it felt like. I was like, holy. Like where even am I?
Thank you. Do you have their strips?
It was nuts, really bad. But yeah, it was an interesting experience. I don't know what happened. If you want me to be honest with what happened, what really went down was my dog was laying across me, and I believe that my dog laid all the way across me. And when she was laying across me, she was laying across like this, like my lungs, and she was pressing down on me. And so I think I was having real trouble breathing because she was pressing down when I was laid down, and it was just like so much weight on me that I woke up in sweat because I was hot, and obviously having trouble breathing. So I had to get her off of me because that was my initial instinct, was to push her off of me. So I think that's what it was. And then I had a massive headache. And I think it's because maybe the oxygen was kind of cut out a little bit, and I was heart rate was going a little bit faster.
Local approach.
Local.
Can I get the FedEx A19 to the 27?
Sure.
Landing to 27.
Sure.
And attention all aircraft on frequency. Memphis clearance is logging off in about 5 minutes here.
Ground local. Okay. Request control runway 27.
User left your channel.
Okay, thanks.
Primary 452, IFR to DFW with whiskey.
Aircraft calling, can you please repeat your call sign for me, please?
Primary 452.
Air 452. You're cleared to the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport via the Childer 5 departure and SWA transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 30010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 125.8 and squawk 1634.
We are cleared to DFW via the Childer 5 departure with an ANSWA transition. Climb 5,000, expect 30010 minutes after departure. Departure is on 125.8, squawk 1634.
452, the readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9, or when you're ready for taxi, you can expect runway 18 right for departure. Push your discretion.
Contact ground on, can you say the ground frequency again? And we're expect 18. Sorry, can you repeat that?
No worries, Pan Am 452, expect runway 18 right for departure. Please contact ground on 121.9, or when you're ready for taxi, and push at your discretion.
Expect 18 right for departure. Contact ground on 121.9 when I'm ready for taxi. Push and start at my discretion. Primary 452.
Delivery, good day, Giant 291 Heavy. Formation X-ray cleans to Alliance, please, flight level 280.
Giant 291 heavy clearance request, standby. You're number 1 in the line. Ground delivery. I'm gonna be logging off here in just about a minute. I'm gonna get Giant 291 his clearance, and just let me know when you're ready for the brief after I get that done.
Sounds good.
Memphis delivery, this is FedEx 9904, recruit to now for clearance to Chicago. I have information next for aboard.
FedEx 9904, clearance request, standby number 2.
Trying to send movement to FedEx 9904.
I mean, when the pressure changes with the weather, that will trickle them very heavily. Easy to find out because I make a list of when it happened and see if it's related to weather changes. Yeah. That could very well be it too. I really think it's my dog freaking laying across me though, because all the signs are there. I mean, out of breath, everything. A Giant 291 heavy. Got your clearance for you. Advised. Ready to copy.
Ready for copy 291.
Giant 291 heavy. You are cleared to the Alpha Foxtrot Whiskey Airport via the Childer 5 departure and SWA transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 280 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 125.8 and squawk 565 tree.
Giant 291 clears to Alliance as filed. Runway 18. Center and Childer 5 departure, Alpha transition, initial 5,280 10 minutes after departure, frequency 125.8 for departure, and 5653.
Giant 291 heavy, the readback is correct. Push your discretion, contact ground 121.9 when you're ready for taxi. Can you accept runway 18 right, or do you want 18 center?
18 center will be closer for me for 291.
Alright, Giant 291, I expect runway 18 center for departure.
Roger, expect 18 center for departure, and ground 1 push is on me, and ground 121.9 for taxi. Thanks.
Local delivery.
Local.
Giant 291 heading to the west. Can I get him on runway 18 center? He's a Boeing 74.
Approved.
Thank you. The ground delivery.
Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna be logging off. Just let me know when you're ready for the brief, please.
Right.
Okay, Pan Am 452 has been given his clearance. So is Giant 291. FedEx 9904 is still expecting his clearance. I'm gonna tell him to switch over to you here shortly. Otherwise, I have nothing else on my side. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna get this guy over to you, and then your controls. Charlie Romeo. At FedEx 9904, I'm logging off for the night. Can you contact ground 121.9 for your clearance? And I appreciate the patience.
Contact ground on 121.9er, FedEx 9904. Thank you.
Ground local.
Attention all aircraft on frequency. Nashville delivery is logging off. The time 0414 Zulu. Thanks everybody for flying out of Memphis today, and enjoy your nights.
Actually, it looks like he's flying through base. You can send him across. That's fine.
Do you want to cross?
No, you can just cross him. That's fine.
Oh.
All right, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm heading out. Enjoy your night.
See ya.
Have a good one. Good job.
You as well. Thanks.
Channel switched.
Hey, Chin. Jen, Eric, I'm hopping off for the night. Enjoy your nights, guys. Have a good one.
See ya.
Channel switched.
Okay, y'all. That's it. Official session is done. We logged on 2 hours and 46 minutes ago, and we are currently logged off now 2 hours and 46 minutes later. I really was planning to staff this whole event, y'all, but it is incredibly, I don't even know how to say, just like hard for me to keep my eyes open. So, I don't think it's a good idea for me to continue controlling if I'm feeling this tired. I'll certainly make a mistake that could lead to something bad and get somebody on an arrival or departure they shouldn't be on, or send them to the wrong altitude and do something stupid. So, I mean, even y'all saw it at the end. I logged off and called myself Memphis Delivery. not good, but you know, I'm just trying to just stay awake long enough to end the stream, y'all. I really appreciate everybody that checked in. If you checked in and you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, do whatever you can with the channel. I'm trying to grow a small little audience of people that really enjoy aviation, and that's one of their passions. So whether it comes down to VATSIM or real life, maybe you want to be an air traffic controller, maybe you want to be a pilot, or maybe you just want to work as a ground crew operator. I'm not one to judge. Nonetheless, you know, sign up, help us out. I have group flights, I do all sorts of stuff, and it's really fun to get to have this experience and be able to stream and have fun with y'all and kind of interact with a community that 6 months ago, probably about a year ago, I could have just never envisioned I would ever have. And now I'm super grateful for y'all. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.